Good evening. It's Sunday, December 14th, and it's 8:25 in the evening. And I have cut my 10 best charts down to 5. It makes it easier to go through when the market opens to pick one rather than just you might miss the best one based on what the market is doing. If you have to, if you have too many lines. And I discussed that with a couple other people, and they tend to agree. So, my first chart that I wanted to look at was BIDU. BIDU has this medium-term uptrend was only violated by our October correction. I want to say crash, but for me it was a crash. But it's an October correction, and the other reason I like it and I love the two standard deviation study simply because it gives me, I know it's going to likely come back. I haven't seen one of these not come back from a two standard deviation move fairly quickly. Here we go with BIDU's two standard deviation, and it's looking like it's ready to do something, and it doesn't necessarily follow the S&P all that much. The S&P can move it, but it frequently seems to have a mind of its own. Next chart is CRIP, CTRP. It too is coming down to a non-violated up channel that's lasted more than 2 years. So I feel pretty good about this level right here. Plus also, if you take a look at the two standard deviation, you're seeing that even though Friday was a down market, CRIP seems to be coming back up. So I'm gonna look at getting into this if I can get a good price. Obviously, if I can get down around 40, which is asking a lot, I might have to go further out in the months. But if I get down around 40, I might be able to pull a conservative trade on. Next one is GLD. It's not one I pick very often. I don't know why I'm scared of it, but gold has been down this channel right here. It's that hasn't been violated at all. I can change this to actually a solid line simply because, like I said, it really hasn't violated this. So, if I can get maybe 122, 123 for a strike, I would feel pretty comfortable with that if the price is right. My next one is IYR. I've liked this one for quite a while. It's one of my top picks, basically because we're up against this channel that's gone more than a year, and it really hasn't violated except for this one, and this is just a tail, so I don't really consider this a violation, but it hasn't violated that, and it's up against its one standard deviation, which it hasn't done much against for most of the last 150 periods, and it's been hanging around here. So I'm thinking, even with Friday's action, if we get more downturn in the market, which we may have, this might be a decent trade. Next one is SBUX. SBUX is in an uptrend, but it's up against the two standard deviation, and I expect it to come down. It's probably my least favorite trade, but it's like, it's gone up here and prices been rejected twice. That means it could very easily, it's got up against the two standard deviation, and prices were rejected multiple times, and it's very likely that it'll come back down. And those are my selections for the weekend. Have a good day.